It's Saturday morning at 10 a.m., so you know what that means. It's time for What's Up, Ocala? With tens of thousands of viewers every month on our YouTube channel and millions so far on TikTok, we are joined by our host, local owner, and broker of Great Expectations Realty, Andrea Praber.
Hey, it's Andrea Praber, and I am here with my good friend, Debbie Cowan, and we are having a really fun competition. We are part of the expansion team for Isaiah House, and they have an upcoming dinner coming up.
Yes.
So, yes, we are a part of that. You want to tell a little bit about the
we are a part of it, and we are both sponsoring a table, which is August 29th.
Yep.
We have availability for lunch and dinner, so you're going to have a fabulous meal. It's going to be really good food. But what we're doing is we're honoring the children that are in that intermittent transition period between being removed from their homes and being placed into foster care. So this is an event that we're real excited about because we're going to get, number one, get the awareness out to the community and let everyone know what we're actually doing. And number two, we're just so invested and so proud of the fact that we have this in our community now where we are going to build a house.
We are.
We're building a house.
Yes. An actual legit house, like a whole thing. Yeah.
It's happening. It's happening. And we're going to build this house for the kids of our community who we really want to, in the words of really what I'm hearing, is love on them lavishly and give them a place that's safe when they're going through that transition period of going from, taken out of their home into foster care. So the purpose of this video is because we are going to go into competition, Andrea and I.
Of course.
Because we have to one-up each other all the time. And it's like, who can we get the most people at our tables that we're sponsoring?
Yes.
So we have lunch and dinner. Again, it's occurring on August 29th. We're going to give you a little bit more information about that. But really what's important now is who is the best recruiter of recruiting people from our community.
The children are important.
Yeah, the children are really important.
But really, who do you want to sit with?
Yeah,
me or Debbie?
Which table will it be?
That's the real question.
So
that
who's
going to
have the most fun? I don't want to bribe anybody, but there might be some special, there might be some special things at my table that you may not find.
We're bribing? I didn't realize we were bribing.
We're bribing, yes.
So the lunch and then the dinner, it's a table of 10, but of course we're sitting there too. So,
yes.
So we have 9 tickets available, and it is free.
It is free. It's at the
it's Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. There's like a building right there.
Indoors.
So, yes, it's indoor. Yes, there will be air conditioning. You don't want to see this without air conditioning.
And it's really to come out and really learn about what we're all about when we're, kind of focusing on really how can we get this house built and how can we get it built quickly and get the support of the community behind us. But again, a little bit more important, whose table will you sit at? So I say me, and I'm expecting so many people, Andrea, that are going to say I'm going to have to sponsor more tables. So I'm just saying.
It's possible. But I will be at the table, and I am going to want people to sit with me at my table that are like, this is awesome. So glad that I'm sitting at your table and not Debbie's.
Well, and then maybe we'll get tables close to each other so we can throw napkins and stuff at each other.
I think so.
I'm going to have pom-poms. I'm going to have balloons. I'm going to have people cheering, and we're going to be very competitive. So if you know anything about the two of us, that's our nature in general.
It really is.
So,
I'm quiet. I'm a very quiet, but I'm still just as competitive.
Yeah. I'm very loud and bold. I'm proud.
We couldn't tell by the pom-poms over there. But
I'm getting pom-poms.
It should be a really, really fun time.
Yes.
The evening, the dinner is at 6:00, and there's a silent auction. So very excited about that. We've already gotten some really, really cool gift baskets and some experiences. You can actually get to do something for the day. I'm not going to get too far into it because I do not have the paperwork yet. So I won't announce that, but it is going to be very, very cool. So, and we are going to be having a really good time, I think. You will laugh, you'll cry, you'll have a great time. Mm-hmm. And did I mention it's free tickets?
Yeah.
So,
and a great meal.
Okay.
I mean, should we mention who's?
No.
It's a good
meal. It's a good meal. Yeah. It really is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And again, come out and support the kids of our community. That's really what it's all about.
Yes.
And you're, like I said, you're going to learn more about the whole process and what it's going to take to build a home where these kids can come to and feel safe and feel loved.
But no, it really should be a great time. So if you would like to sit at Table Andrea.
Table 1 here, Debbie Cowan.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me a call. You can call into our office, which is 352-817-9160. So 352-817-9160, and just say you would like tickets for Table Andrea, or if you would like
You can also
Debbie.
call me at 352-433-7846 and say, Team Debbie.
Okay, thank you so much, Debbie. We should have a really great time, y'all. All right, we're going to take a real quick break, and when we get back, we're going to hear from Patricia and from Ingrid as they play a round of Whose Neighborhood is Best. We'll be right back for that.
At Great Expectations Realty, we believe that you should expect more from your real estate experience. When you hire a realtor to sell your home, you should expect experienced advice on staging your home, professional photography, aerial photos, virtual video tours, and a national presence online to advertise your home to the largest pool of buyers. Your realtor should communicate from start to finish, and always remember this is your home. You are in the driver's seat. We believe that if you aren't happy with our efforts, you should be able to fire us. We don't have cancellation fees, and our sellers never pay transaction fees either. Call Great Expectations Realty at 352-817-9160 or go online to greatexpectationsrealty.com to get your free analysis of your home's market price. Great Expectations Realty. Expect more from real estate.
My name is Ingrid Navarro, and I live in Kingsland.
Hi, my name is Patricia Eckenstam, and I live in the community of Rolling Hills, which is the southwest of Ocala.
I like the fact that we have a lot of nature because the lots in where I live, especially Kinglands or Waterway, are almost half acre. So years ago, when they started building, it was a law that they have to respect certain amount of trees, and it's not any longer. I don't see it that much, but we still have a lot of houses built back then, and we still have a lot of rabbits, birds, different kind of trees, and that's something that I really like about my neighborhood.
What I love about my neighborhood is space. Nobody has less than an acre, so we live very separate from your next door neighbor, basically. So you have a lot of land to do a lot of things in your property, and also that we're surrounded from the most beautiful horse and cattle farms in Ocala. So the surroundings are so serene and quiet. Also a lot of nature, and I love about that. The driving is beautiful. I think I have the best neighborhood.
I think I have the best neighborhood, and the reasons why is because it's just location. I do believe we are not more than 5 miles to 200, and on 200 we have everything. And if I want to live, like going towards Tampa or Orlando, I just go in a different direction, and I'm going to be in the 484 and I-75 intersection in only 5 minutes. So really coming in or going out is super easy.
So my neighborhood is kind of like in the middle of the Southwest, but I think my neighborhood is the best because we have so many places that you can go and enjoy with the family. One of them is Rainbow River, which is about 10 minutes from the community, and we have Rainbow Spring, like 15 minutes. The area of Donelon, which is the next small town where you can find many supermarkets and shopping, and also we are only 10 minutes from the World Equestrian Center. So any activities, anything, any festivals, anything that you want to enjoy doing there, you're only 10 minutes away. And we're only 50 minutes from the main highway, so we're not that far from downtown Ocala, which is only like 25 minutes. So I think my neighborhood is good because you living in a retreat far away from the hustle and bustle, but you also living close to many things that you can do for fun.
Yeah, my neighborhood's really cool because if you want to go to the movies, if you want to go shopping, if you want to go to the restaurants, it's only maybe 5 or 7 minutes away. But if you want to go to the Rainbow Spring Park river, then it's only maybe 15 minutes driving, because on those areas the traffic is very little.
Yeah.
But, in the daily living, I feel that a proximity is a plus in my neighborhood. So my neighborhood is really good.
Well, my neighborhood is really good because you're not on top of each other. You're really living separate from people, and a lot of people like that, and a lot of people like to have land. You can actually do a lot of with your land. You can, yeah, but there's
It's
some
just
restrictions.
it's less
County
land.
put restrictions in a lot of the neighborhoods because I live in one, so I.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Y'all figured out the duking it out part. I thought y'all were going to play nice. No, okay. It's on now. Okay.
Personally, me, I have amazing neighbors. Many of them are retired people. So I love the fact that they're always checking, if everything's okay. The neighbors, like neighborhoods that are close to me, are the 55 plus communities, which are very quiet.
My neighbor across the street is the closest one because we are separated for more land, but I have great neighbors. I have got to meet everybody else in my street, but my neighbor across the street, ever since we start building our house, she was keeping an eye. She would call me. She would tell me what was going on. I mean, I cannot ask for the best neighbor. She is great. Her husband is retired, but she still work, and we both work from home, so we keep an eye on each other. So I cannot complain about my neighbor. She's great.
I think we're even. I think I have great neighbors,
Me
and
too.
also, we have families around, so you can walk every morning around, and you wave to people. People in
Yeah.
here is very friendly. I
Yeah, I
always
do
felt
too.
welcome.
Me too. I don't have any problems with my neighbors. They're all
So
great.
perfect. This year, actually, the schools in our neighborhood make an A, and that says a lot about the schools. They have been working hard to give good education to the kids that comes to the schools.
Well, we are sharing some schools. I think high school we share the same one.
Don't you go to Dunellen High
Donelon
School?
and Westport?
Yeah, because mine is Westport High School.
Depending what street you are in my neighborhood, you can go to one or the other. So
Oh,
we
you
share
are
the
right
same
there on the
school.
line. Yeah.
So we're even there because I think both schools
Well,
are great.
Yeah,
And
I think both neighborhoods offers different kind of things.
Yeah.
Like in Westport, they offer advanced placements and also early
Mhm.
college programs. And in the elementary schools, they're really good. I mean,
I know little about the schools because when I moved to this neighborhood, my kids are adults. So I really don't think I have much to argue or to put on it. I know the schools are good, and we share some of the schools. So I mean, I give it to you because your kids have gone to
Yeah.
that school
My-
and you
my
know a little
kids-
bit more about it.
My kids went to Hammond Boyne Elementary for a couple of years, but they went to a different school, in Magnet School, both of them. But they come back for middle school in Liberty Middle, and I think they have really great programs and great teachers
Mhm.
and a great community. And then they went to Westport High School, and they really take the advanced classes, so they finish kind of early part of the associate degree. So it's a plus.
Well, it looks like Ingrid is leading, but who has the worst traffic?
I think your neighborhood.
Well, my neighborhood used to be super nice. That you were driving and you knew by fact that you didn't have a car around, so you weren't really worried. But that has changed. I think the Southwest has a lot of communities building up right now. And I think the traffic is getting more and more, but I think also the city is getting ready for that. So right now we are having a construction on 49, which gonna be I think wider, and also they're making accessible one of the bigger attractions that we have, which is the 49 Trail, and I think they're gonna make like a pedestrian way to go to get access to that attraction, because if you are riding bikes, that's the perfect place to do exercise and get to nature. It's a really awesome place to go in the afternoon. So yes, we have more traffic, but I think the community and the county is taking care of that.
Well, to access our community, there's two main highways. 484, which the traffic there can be a little hectic at times, but not as much. State Road 40, some times of the day it could be a little bit hectic, but more coming to the town, so not going into my neighborhood. So there's really no traffic going into my neighborhood. So my neighborhood, I think, is not traffic at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a point to Rolling Hills.
Yeah.
If for the traffic, because my neighborhood now is busier.
Okay, Patricia's the clear winner on that one. But what about crime?
Well, crime is something that I personally don't know much about it because in my neighborhood we haven't really had any assault or anything. I mean, basically what we know is what we hear in the news, and it's not happening at, around my area. So I'm not gonna say that much about it because first we don't have local news. That's another thing that it could play an important role in knowing what's going on. But we have a sheriff and police, I think Facebook and channels to know about it.
Yeah.
It happens, but I don't think in my area. I feel safe in my area.
Me too. Our neighborhood is pretty safe, and I think I haven't heard of anything going on since I lived there. I also follow the sheriff department and the social media, and I see that the crime is more into different areas in other parts of the town, the city of Ocala, but not in our neighborhood, not at all.
Yeah,
Pretty safe areas.
I remember years ago, the kids came home like at 11 o'clock at night and nobody closed the door. They left the door open all night long.
I actually left the garage open several times and we sleep through it.
We are aware about the snakes. That's that's
the major crime.
Okay, who lives in a neighborhood that has convenience for shopping, restaurants, stuff like that?
I think I'm gonna get that point definitely because for location, if we recently got a Publix. If you wanna go to the movies, if you wanna go shopping, if you wanna go to do whatever, it's just super convenient.
I'm gonna give that to Ingrid. Yes, her community is closer to shopping, but that's why we picked the community that we picked because we wanted to live a little far away from the bus and the noise, So I mean, it takes me about 20 minutes to get to the nearby Publix or main shoppings, but nearby about 5 minutes we have a convenience stores, a small supermarket that takes me about 10 minutes to get there, and we have Dollar General and things that we can use just for quick pickup.
All right. What about medical care? Who has nearby hospitals?
I think the distance for both are the same.
It could be
you're
about
just
the
coming
same.
from a different beginning point, but at the end probably it's the
Yeah,
same.
I mean, hospital-wise, we're talking about West Marion, from
And
Ocala
Monroe?
Regional,
Yeah, now it's called like that.
because Timber Ridge is actually not a hospital; it's more like an ER. Yes, but it counts. I mean, if we talk about that, yeah, that's pretty close. It's about 12, 13 minutes.
Yeah, I
driving.
think we are on the same position. I
Mhm.
don't think it's the winner here.
All right. How about cost of living? What's your utility bills like?
Well, that's a really good question, and I always love to live in my neighborhood, Kinland or Waterway, because it was super inexpensive to live in there. Trash was maybe 10 or 12 bucks. Water might be maybe between 15 and 25. It depends what you consume. Electricity used to be 120, but now it's a little more. I think it's almost $200. Internet service, we pay $80 in my neighborhood because we don't have an HOA, and I think it's super inexpensive to live in this community. Now we have communities across the 49 Southwest that are 55 plus, and in those communities they have HOA. But also in those HOAs, sometimes they include the internet, sometimes they include garbage collection. So uh, maybe, it may be even when it comes to paying the HOA, you're paying your cost of living there.
We do not pay water because in my neighborhood you use a well system, so you don't have a water, utility to pay. We do pay electricity. I think electricity varies of from the size of your house and how your electrical company charges you, because they're private companies, so they have different charges. But our electrical bill has been in the low side. We have a lot of trees that help with the sun, shade, and it keeps the electrical bill pretty low. So in the summertime, we have been in the low $200, and in the wintertime, we pay a ridiculous amount lower than $100. I mean, something
Yeah.
like that. We do have to
Winter is
pay
cheaper.
higher internet because there's not lines already in the neighborhood provided, so we use satellite internet, which is more expensive, but it's making up for whatever you pay through like water bill. And we do have to pay garbage pickup every 3 months, so it's about the same
Yeah,
amount.
the same.
It's pretty
Yeah.
inexpensive.
And it's not that expensive. I think,
Yeah.
I don't know, I think we're even kind of. Maybe
Yes.
she has lowers.
Well, let's go a little deeper on the internet situation. Can you explain a little bit more about the internet? How fast it is, all of that kind of stuff.
Well, I think we have CenturyLink, and we pay $80 or $85, and I think we have the fastest internet because my husband always makes sure we have the fastest internet. I don't know exactly what is it, but that's what he called the company for and what he's paying for accordingly to him. It's good service. We don't have a problem.
I have to say that you in my neighborhood you have to pay a little more for the internet to use a reliable company. There are other companies that charges less than what I pay, but I use Starlink, and the reason I use that because I work from home and I have to have a reliable internet, and Starlink works through the worst storm you can have. It's completely reliable, but it's satellite internet, so you have to position everything the right way. But I paid about $120 a month.
If for
Yeah.
price, maybe my neighborhood, but
Yeah.
maybe for quality, probably yours. But I guess you have to go through a different process to get that internet.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
it's a
not
different thing,
yeah, Yeah, you have to buy the equipment at the beginning. It's yours when you buy it, but yes, it is a little bit more monthly.
Yeah, and it's more
investment. Yeah.
All right, this is the last question. What are the house prices in your neighborhood? Like, explain what you can get there and what kind of price range.
A 3-2 around maybe 2,000 square footage may cost you between 385, or I'm talking about small home because in there they're big houses. Like they may cost you maybe 500 or 450 or 477, something like that. But if you can find a small home, maybe 2,000 square footage in a half acre with no HOA, brand new for maybe 375, 385. And I think that's a good value because the location, the schools, and you have enough land to enjoy your patio, but you don't have a lot to keep, and you have a really nice size homes because we have builders that have been building in there, and they kind of give you a really nice presentation, a really nice entrance, and really high ceilings and stuff like that. So make you feel very comfortable. Houses that give you a really nice space for a daily living with a family.
Where we live, actually, I'm very impressed about the value that the homes get. Once you get one, but it's a different type of neighborhood because most people buy a property and then they find a builder to do their house, and most of them custom their homes. So a lot of the houses don't look alike. So you don't live in the typical neighborhood where you find spec homes basically, and that's the beauty of it. I think once you have a property in my community, you'll be surprised how quick, the value is going up. And it's because we are surrounded by different features that you find not in the typical community like Ingrid lives, where we have more land, where we are surrounded by farms, and especially the Ocala Equestrian Center, which is the attraction for the type of people that are looking to be close to that area. Most of them are horse owners or dogs owners because they also do, competitions for pets. So we have a unique type of community where this unique type of people looking to live there for a particular reason. But the value of the home, and I can speak for myself, our value has gone up so high. We are so kind of like impressed of how good it is. And I think it's because you get a lot of land for your buck, okay? And it's not about the size of the house. It's about the location where it is and how much land you are acquiring when you're buying a property here. In my neighborhood, it doesn't matter the size. It could be an 18 square footage house to 2,000 for no less than $400,000. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a different kind of neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
It's a neighborhood you get a lot of land, and I think the houses, all of them are beautiful and custom, many of them.
Yeah.
So I think you got this point probably.
All right. Well, tallying up these points, ladies, it looks like Ingrid's neighborhood is the clear winner. However, I am going to say that a lot of the questions were really geared more towards a suburban lifestyle, which Rolling Hills is most definitely not. So I don't know that we can really say one of these is really particularly better than the other one, only because they're so different. And somebody that is looking for a, more suburban lifestyle and you move them to Rolling Hills, they're not going to be happy. Or if it's somebody that is looking for a more rural lifestyle and really wants, the trees and the animals and the everything, they're not going to be happy in Ocala Waterway or Kingsland Country Estates or anything like that. So I don't necessarily think one of these is better than the other, but we do have to go with the points and the questions asked because we're doing a whole series here. So Ingrid, congratulations. According to this, you live in the better neighborhood.
That's awesome. Yay.
Okay. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming on and being such great sports on this thing. It literally was a lot of fun with both of you in here. For everyone listening, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you would like to come in and talk about how great your neighborhood and why you think your neighborhood is best, give us a call. Or if you are wanting to have dinner with me at the Isaiah 117 house expansion, again, phone number is 352-817-9160, or you can go ahead and leave us a post on our Facebook page. You can do that on Great Expectations Realty, or you can go over to the radio station, which is Ocala Classic Hits, and you can go ahead and leave us a comment there as well. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you think the better neighborhood is. Is it Rolling Hills? Is it Ocala Waterway? Is it a completely different neighborhood that we haven't done yet? Don't worry, we might get to it. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you again next week, same time, same place, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m.
You've been listening to What's Up, Ocala? Follow us all week on Andrea Praber's YouTube channel and TikTok. We'll see you next week at 10 a.m. on What's Up, Ocala.